We are Team 3: Amber, Scott, Tanvir, Ivan, and Dylan. Welcome to our presentation on Mindful Leadership, the book by author Maria Gonzalez. Our agenda for the day begins with a summary of the book Mindful Leadership. After that, we will discuss the most influential points of the book and why we found them to be such. Then, we will explore how these influential points can be applied towards our individual leadership development plan. Following, we will explain the reasons for recommending this book or not. And finally, we will conclude with some final remarks and lessons learned from the book. The book is divided into two parts. The first part of the book begins with a description of mindfulness meditation, and it provides research about the benefits of practicing it habitually. Mindfulness can be achieved by practicing a variety of techniques, which train the human brain and develop its connection to the body. These techniques focus on four key concepts: equanimity, concentration, clarity, and purification. By practicing these techniques, the mindful leader can develop the mind and body connection, which brings a series of benefits, including a more relaxed and healthier self, the development of internal and external awareness, a decrease in the level of pain experienced, the ability to imagine positive outcomes, as well as the acceptance of change and the inevitable uncertainty of life. In doing so, the mindful leader can get rid of negative hindrances that impede success, such as attachment, aversion, ignorance, confusion and delusion, envy and jealousy, and pride. Finally, the last benefit is the leader's ability to discover purpose, including an understanding of the motivating factors, sources of fulfillment and happiness, and how to serve the greater good. The second part of the book discusses the 9 mindfulness techniques which can improve a leader's skill set. First, mindful leaders live in the present moment as they do not waste time reliving the past or stressing about future uncertainties outside of their control. Second, mindful leaders are aware of and understand their thoughts and feelings, allowing them to become proficient at emotional management, especially during difficult situations. Third, mindful leaders always remain calm, relaxed, and in a tranquil state, which decreases stress levels, while also in providing others with a sense of peace and serenity. Fourth, mindful leaders are focused and can concentrate on tasks for extended periods without being distracted or losing productivity. Fifth, mindful leaders have a clear mind with a deep understanding of their goals, their personal strategy, and overall personal and professional direction. This clarity eliminates fear, confusion, and doubt. Sixth, mindful leaders are equanimous and as such capable of accepting difficult life events without resistance. This enables them to create adequate responses based on analysis rather than react emotionally or carelessly. Seventh, mindful leaders have a positive mindset and they try to make a difference, inspire, and influence others. These actions can be accomplished by a can do attitude, by being of service to others, and by being grateful for the blessings of life. Eighth, mindful leaders are compassionate and seek to show the people in their network that they care about them, both deeply and honestly. And ninth, mindful leaders work towards being impeccable. This impeccability means leading by example. It also means displaying desirable human virtues such as courage, humility, honesty, and integrity, while also mitigating possible abuses of power.
This book offered numerous positive insights and influences to its readers. Some influences that our team identified as the most impactful included the 5 hindrances that impede success and the 9 ways of being. Within the 9 ways of being, we specifically identified being present, being equanimous, and being positive. The chapter on the 5 hindrances identified traits that belong to egocentric and self-serving people and that prevent an individual from being a mindful leader. These hindrances inhibit good decision making, good judgment, managing performance, organizational success, and experiencing life fulfillment. Some of these hindrances are natural human reactions, and you should not feel guilty if you are to experience them. The important thing is that you manage them. Attachment is the unrelenting drive to succeed, acquire, control, compete, and the inability to let go. This is a harmful practice since you fixate on and become convinced that your view is the only correct one. This leads to the creation of conditions that will support these views and disregards the opinions of others. Aversion is the fear of losing what you have. The fear of loss promotes poor decisions and can potentially cause others to withhold information for you for fear of how you will react. Aversion is often irrational and blows facts out of proportion. Ignorance, confusion, and delusion are all attributed to not seeing reality for what it is. This hindrance often belongs to know-it-alls and lacks of clarity. Conflicting, unclear information and underlying biases all contribute to this hindrance. Envy and jealousy stem from insecurity and wanting what others have. In this hindrance, self-esteem is often linked to material possessions or status. This can lead to leaders spending beyond their means or having distorted views on organizational success. Pride can be superior, I am better than you mentality, or inferior, you are better than me mentality. Superior pride is focused on the need to win and making others feel inferior. Inferior pride can think of themselves as situational victims and can be vulnerable to leadership trends or fads. Everyone experiences hindrances, but they should be managed so that they do not affect your ability to lead. You can manage these hindrances through Gonzalez's 9 ways of being and through mindful meditation. The other major influence of Gonzalez's book was the description of the 9 ways of being. There are often numerous leadership fads and trends, but these ways of being are key determinants of professional and personal success. These traits help leaders to lead from a place of authenticity and mindfulness. The 9 ways of being include being present, being aware, being calm, being focused, being clear, being equanimous, being positive, being compassionate, and being impeccable. Although we realized the importance and necessity of all these traits, our team identified being present, being aware, being focused, being equanimous, and being positive all as influential aspects of the book. To be present means an individual lives in the moment. Their focus is on the here and the now, and they don't spend time worrying about the future or the past. Gonzalez explains that worrying about past events or experiencing anxiety about the future is a waste of time and energy. Our team found this influential since focusing on being present allows you to have mindful interactions throughout the day, listen more effectively, and build more rapport in your relationships. To be aware means to carefully observe situations and to know what is arising within yourself at any given moment. This prevents you from being blindsided or negatively affected by your emotions or ineffective patterns. By focusing on self-awareness, leaders can identify and better control how people or situations affect you, how the 5 hindrances manifest, and how your actions and words can affect others. Our team found this influential since being aware allows leaders to take responsibility for themselves, maintain sound judgment, and to become coachable. To be focused means to deliberately channel resources to accomplish priorities. This means that you can focus your attention and concentrate on what you deem important at any given moment. Training your mind to be focused allows a leader to concentrate on whatever you wish for as long as you wish. This way of being helps be more present as well. Our team found this influential since being focused makes an effective and efficient leader, prevents the waste of time of resources, and being consistent and clear in your tasks. To be equanimous means an individual can accept what is without resistance. This allows you to achieve inner peace since you do not waste time trying to fight things you cannot change. Just like being present, you don't focus on the past or the future, or you need situations to end ideally to achieve happiness. Just like being aware, being equanimous focuses on not letting your emotions control situations. Our team found this aspect influential since it helps leaders to gain control over how they react to their emotions, take responsibility for their actions, and to experience fulfillment. Being positive means that you are not only positive for yourself, but you are a positive force in your organization, family, and community. Being positive allows an individual to become an inspiration to those around them and to act as a servant leader. Being positive means you have a can-do attitude, be of service to others, and are grateful. Positive leaders take opportunities to make differences. Our team found this way of being influential since it allows leaders to lead spontaneously, be helpful in solving problems, and are aware of your privilege to be a leader. Identifying and working towards implementing these 9 ways of being helps the reader to achieve mindful leadership. As mentioned previously, we focus on the most key influences from the book. The 5 hindrances are important in the fact that we must be aware of them. As a leader, it is crucial to recognize what may hinder our success and may hinder the relationships we have with colleagues and other employees. To be a successful leader, you must be aware of your unrelenting attachments. Be open to letting go of these attachments. Listen to other employee or colleagues' views. Create an environment of sharing ideas and exchanging thoughts openly and with respect. This will help you to become an influential leader. Being mindful of aversion and being aware that fear is part of this hindrance is an important first step. Be mindful of your thoughts and feelings. Being aware of your fears is important to combating the hindrance. Adding breathing techniques described in the book by Gonzalez will calm yourself down. The fear of loss can be overwhelming, and blowing things out of proportion as an inadvertent reaction to fear is something a leader wants to avoid. The saying, ignorance is bliss, has limitations. As mentioned earlier, ignorance, confusion, and delusion combined can have a profound impact on a leader. We need to purify our thoughts and get back to being a mindful leader. Gonzalez describes purification in chapter 2 that can be applied here and keeping one mindful. Taking time in the day to practice meditation can be applied if we are disciplined enough to do set time aside. Meditation helps keep us grounded and keeps us mindful and down to earth. Jealousy and envy. Once again, awareness is key. Jealousy and envy may be one of the easier hindrances to be aware of. Some of our group members described it as butterflies in their stomach for jealousy, and wishing you had what the other person had as envy. Be mindful, appreciative of what you have and what you can immediately control. Breathing and meditation techniques will help you relax your thoughts, bring focus back to yourself, and be clear in your decision making. Pride, either superior or inferior, can hinder your decision-making ability as a leader. Be aware of potentially boastful actions or feelings of inferiority. Gonzalez postulates that pride as a hindrance is often not coachable. Being aware is a first step to coaching oneself. We must be mindful of others' feelings. To not boast with an I'm better than you attitude. Remind yourself how you would feel if someone acted like you were beneath them. And on the other end of the spectrum, being mindful to those who may feel inferior or not want to contribute, to encourage them that their opinion matters. A mindful leader will be able to recognize pride of both kinds and take steps to humble or encourage the appropriate employee in an empowering way. Applying the 9 ways of being requires mindfulness on what you want to work on, making sure we take the time in the day to recognize how we are feeling, if we are present in the moment, if we are focused on the tasks at hand, or if we are having a positive outlook. Application of these happens individually and through meditation as the technique. Gonzalez describes being present as the starting point of being a mindful leader. We must be present in the moment no matter what the circumstances. We must be mindful that the past cannot be changed, and living in the moment and making clear, calm, and collected decisions is important for a leader. Being present involves active listening and when speaking to be on point. Being aware starts out with self-awareness, being mindful of our thoughts and feelings throughout the day. A mindful leader should be aware of how we are treating others and how we are reacting to situations. If a break is required to help you refocus and be present, take the time to refocus yourself and your thoughts. Being focused. Some people may think that concentration comes naturally, but Gonzalez assures us that concentration and focus comes from a trained mind. Meditation helps to focus thoughts and concentration and help with efficiency and effectiveness of thought processing and decisions. Meditation and focus can be applied, and it takes concentration to help keep your mind from wandering. Focus on a single thought or singularity, or try for yourself. Being equanimous takes training, just as being focused does. To be able to accept what is, and experiencing all feelings associated with an external stimuli takes training. If a negative situation arises, understand and feel that you are angry, but do not act out of that anger. You experience the feelings, and by being aware, you can control your emotions and thoughts. A mindful leader will train equanimity as much as they train any other skill. It takes wisdom, focus, and awareness to apply equanimity to your toolbox as a leader. The final influential way of being our group focused on is being positive. It must come from a genuine place, and it is also an integral tool of being a mindful leader. Having a positive point of view, even in the face of unwanted situations, takes practice, understanding, and awareness. A mindful leader may come across situations in the workplace that are negative, but must focus the group on a positive outcome. Inspiration and aspiration can come from a leader, and we must apply these skills to our work environment as leaders. Meditation with positive thoughts, being grateful, and introducing positive vocabulary to your repertoire are ways to apply positiveness to the work environment. The majority of the team, which was 4 out of 5, found mindful leadership worthy of a recommendation. Overall impressions of the recommending team members is that techniques of the book are easy to implement into anyone's everyday life. The strategies recommended by Maria Gonzalez are clearly explained, simple to learn, and that makes them easy to implement. Meditation books and practices can often seem far-fetched or hard to grasp, but Gonzalez's explanations and delivery help make this more attainable. Anyone can learn the techniques, but it is especially beneficial for leaders or those looking to build their influence and mindfulness skills. There was one team member clearly dissenting from the team in the recommendation. This was Scott. He felt that the book was aimed at a target market of those interested in meditating, holistic spirituality, or the other undertones of the book. The average person would find other books available that would skip past the subtle hints of alternative lifestyles and offer up more to relate with. Scott felt golf was mentioned too many times as an example of how the techniques mentioned can help anyone's game. People in the business can do activities other than golf, and a variety should be chosen. Scott saw this as an opportunity for the author to relate to males reading the book. Overall, Scott had a hard time connecting with the book's content, message, and found it non-inspiring.
In conclusion, Gonzalez explains the importance of exercising your brain using mindful meditation and how it can be easily integrated into our leadership styles. These skills, she explains, can be easily applied to leadership, but they're not limited to that. If we apply these to our daily lives, we can see major improvements to our personal life as well. This book brought up many good points. Each of us found some interesting points, which provided an overall excellent learning experience. Thank you for watching our presentation on Maria Gonzalez, Mindful Leadership. We hope you enjoy and learn something new.